God's name is going on in here?
Episode 63, man. We're back at it, man. 52 headquarters, man. Back in the house. Johnny, Vinnie.
63.
We're here, man. 63, man. Anybody got anything? 63?
63 what?
Nothing?
There was I'm thinking a Corvette. Was there a split window Corvette 63 that was worth money, right? If it had the split window. Am I right?
Yeah, I was talking to my father-in-law earlier, and we were talking about the Corvette Summer. That movie Corvette Summer with Mark Hamill. We were talking about that thing, dude. That car was pretty amazing. Was it 63? Was that what it was?
Yeah, it's like
Stingray
car.
Yeah?
Stingray.
Yeah.
Stingray?
Yeah. I think they didn't all have the split rear window. Some of them had a solid rear window.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how cool is that car?
No
Yeah.
shit, dude.
It actually looks like a Stingray, right?
Yeah.
Kind of. It has that. Made it look that way.
A little tail and
Little
shit.
tail.
Woo.
500,000
$500K.
for the split window.
Oof.
Wow.
It's worth it. It's
But
worth it.
They were making those cars back then because it was the height of the space race. So all the
They
cars
went-
look like little,
Futuristic.
When we went
Yeah,
up
they
there?
were all futuristic
When we went?
when we went.
When we went. It was that reminds me that Stingray reminds me of Fear and Loathing Las Vegas, where Johnny Depp is talking and he's narrating and he's like, we were on our way out of town when a Stingray went out of control and hit a bunch of non-pedestrians, and it was a big mess. It was just fun. It's funny. It's not funny, I'm saying, but the visual is like it's a Stingray. It's got blood all over it and shit. And it's just it hit a group of nuns. It was just funny. It's a good Fear and Loathing Las Vegas, man. It's a good flick, man. No 63, Vinny? Nothing? You got nothing? 63? Nothing?
Just a 6-tray Impala.
Oh, yeah.
63.
For sure,
On
man.
some triple gold Daytons.
Those things are popular. Remember
Sounds
those
like
Daytons?
Mhm.
Rap video. Yeah, that's good.
That's what it is, man.
No, I know, it's good.
63
No,
is
I
a
know.
rap video.
Yeah, it's good. I remember the Dayton's. I can always hear it in my head. I had to get him because he had Dayton's on Menace Society.
Yep.
When he had to jack that dude because he had Dayton's on his Mustang. On his
Mhm.
Mustang. Good movie. That's a great movie. That's a good family friendly movie there right there.
That's a classic.
That's a classic.
movie.
No, it's a classic movie though for sure, man. That's one of the urban favorites.
Yeah, Ice Cube in Boys in the Hood drove that gold 63. Yep.
That's right, man. Yeah, I used to. Those are some great movies. I can watch those things over and over again.
Jeez,
I can watch
same.
them over. Let's see. I was gonna hop into something. I gotta get into this right away. I gotta peel this back real quick and get into it, man. I know I asked you guys at the beginning of the show. White Man Can't Jump. I caught the new one with Harlow. What's his name? Jack Harlow. And then the other gentleman. Forgive me, I'm ignorant. I don't know what his name is. The black gentleman. I don't know what his name is.
Not Wesley Snipes.
No, it wasn't Wesley Snipes. It definitely wasn't Wesley Snipes or oh shit. What's his name? Woody Harrelson. Golly, I'm
Woody
drawing blanks all
Harrelson,
day,
yeah.
dude. Blanking in here,
Natural
man.
born killer, man.
Yeah. But yeah, so I watched that. Like I said, I took the bullet and watched it for us, and man, it's a shame what they did to it, man. I remember watching the original, man. I remember watching the original, and it spoke to me because that's how I was with my friends. You know, you were talking shit to your friend, you insult them. You know, if they were a different race or whatever the case may be, you would insult them, man. And that was just fun. That was just you were breaking each other's balls. You know, you're having a good time. It's just like Wesley Snipes calling Woody Harrelson Brady Bunch. You know, he was calling white dude. You know, he looks, white bread. You know, he's calling this and that, and in return, Woody Harrelson would tell him, how far was he? About the chain. Wesley Snipes had a chain on. He goes, how far does it set your family back? Like, you're not eating because you bought that chain. Like, you're a showboat and all this bullshit. You couldn't have that conversation. You couldn't have those that conversation now. You couldn't have those insults together now. And so the new one, and the thing I hate what they do, they always go too overboard with this stuff. Like the Jack Harlow character, the white cat, they made him like a vegan. He did like yoga, and it was just they made him
super white, huh?
Yeah, and
So-
they had to do that. Like, you have to do that, man.
So, question on this show: Is this sequel, prequel, or is this a complete standalone redo of the story?
redo. It's the same premise, but it's the same kind of thing. You know, they're being sharks. You know, they're trying to screw people over in basketball games, trying to make money and stuff. You know, hustle people.
But this is not the son of the
no,
other person or
not
anything
at all.
like
It's just
that.
it's just
Okay.
a remake, kind of the same feel to it. But like I
Just
said,
for the newer generation.
Yeah, the insults are very PC. They're very cautious. And if the white guy insulted the black guy, he made sure, hey, I'm just kidding. I didn't mean that. Like, I'm just joking around with you. Like, I respect your people and I respect your culture, and I'm not trying to take away. I mean, it's literally like that. It was long and drawn out, and it was like a one-note movie, dude. It was. I was looking forward to it because, like I said, that movie growing up for me, I loved playing pickup basketball as a kid, and when I saw that movie, I was like, oh shit, that's just like how it is, man. We talk shit, we rough each other up, that kind of shit. It's just fun, talking trash. But this one's nothing like that, man. It's very cautious. They're stepping on egg. You can see they're walking on eggshells. It's very just very not what I was.
Yeah,
hoping for.
they shouldn't have even done it.
Yeah, why even do it, man? Why even waste the time? Why even waste it? And then that shit apart. Take that out of it. The movie itself was just bad. Like there was no climax. There's nothing to it. There was no. In the original, they Wesley Snipes and Harrelson. They play the king and duck, which are these characters, these two basketball legends on the court, and that's the climax of the movie. They're man, we gotta go play these guys. We gotta beat them. We'll make this money, what have you. And this one, it's just like a tournament, and it's just there's no bad guy. There's no adversity. There's nothing. I mean, it's just nothing there.
There's no bad guys now. Everyone likes each other.
Everybody got along at the end, but that's all it was, man.
It's not about winning. It's not about winning.
Just show up,
just
hang
show
out,
up, man. Hang out,
pass the ball to each other and shit. But it wasn't good. I wouldn't. I mean, you check it out if you want to. I mean, like I said, it was just not what I expected. Now the only thing I will give it, the only thing I will say, the only thing that won over me was just the White Man Can't Jump, like the soundtrack, not the soundtrack, but the song that they used for the original White Man Can't Jump. It was a shitty song. This one was better because it was Jack Harlow, so the song was better. It had a better.
So it had a better
tune. It had a song. It was an okay song. So that was okay. But other than that,
you watched the whole movie for a 3.5 minute song.
Yeah, that's it. I waited to the credits, man.
What year did the original come out in?
The original was 92. I think it was 92, 93, because that's when like the Bulls. And that's why I loved it because it was when 92. Because that's when the Bulls were winning. Jordan was killing it. It was just basketball was at a high, man. I think if I'm not mistaken, Magic was still playing. Maybe Magic was still playing. Maybe not. But it was just a high point for basketball at the time. So when that movie came out, it hit good, man. It was just perfect time.
When did he get the flu?
When he got and he took the magic pills. Yeah. Anyway. I think it was maybe 91. I think maybe 91 when Magic when he got sick there. When he was taking it back there. I think it was 91 when he got when he got sick. When he had to retire. But he did come back for that All-Star game. He came back in 91. He came back to play the All-Star game and of White Man Can't Jump.
Wow.
Jesus.
96.
Or 96 is when he came out? Oh.
Yeah, because was he part of the
Dream Team?
The Olympic Dream Team, right?
So you're right. So 92 he was still involved. So it was, you had Bird playing. You still had Bird, you had Magic playing, you had all these legends still playing, man. It was so like I said, when White Man Can't Jump came out, I was all over it, man. I loved it. And then they didn't have in the original, they had
Rosie Perez.
Man. They had Rosie Perez, and we didn't have a Rosie Perez in this one.
No?
Really?
No, this one was a ballet dancer. So a ballet dance. She was long and and it's like it did. And you know what it was that the original was grimy and dirty.
Yeah.
Rosie never did anything for me, but she was a good character.
You know what it was? Her personality and her voice, it was different at that time.
Yeah.
There was nobody like her, and there was nothing like her. Now
and
you got
it fit in that show.
Yeah,
you're right,
and it was
right.
dirty.
Yeah.
It was grimy, and but it was good. And like I said, I just missed the trash talking was terrible in the new one. The trash talking in the original was fantastic, man. And if you go back and watch that, I think some of the best insults were from one of Wesley Snipes' little side buddies. He used to be on a different world. I forget what his name was. Dwayne Wade?
Yeah, he was the one with the glasses.
Yeah, the flip-up glasses.
Yeah.
He had like some of the best insults on the court there. That was just funny as shit. But
I wish they just make new stuff and
Yeah.
stop murdering old movies.
yeah, no shit, dude.
Running out of material.
They're running out. They ran out a long time ago. I know who it was that I heard somebody on a show. I'm sure it was a podcast, some bullshit. It was a guy that I listened to, and he said and he gets a lot of bullshit for it, but he said after 9/11, the movies just kind of were just not great anymore. They weren't. He goes, I can't put my finger on it what it was. He goes, but like directors and shit like that. After the 9/11 happened, it was just for movies. It was just not. They didn't make good movies anymore. Like it kind of went downhill after that.
Yeah.
They were kind of hesitant to do certain things and touch certain issues. But
100%. Now,
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, man. And now even more so now, man. Shit. But yeah, so I watched that. Like I said, there wasn't even no comedy. I mean, I don't know. It was supposed to be like a comedy kind of thing, drama, but there was.
but could you imagine right now? I mean, you think about it. You see the movie, you see the finished product.
Mhm.
Could you imagine being the writer or whatever, and you write this killer show, you write this killer script, and I don't know what steps you do. You do it, or you do the first take or something, and then people look at it and they go, "Oh no, you can't have that."
Yeah.
Oh, you can't have that.
They're like scratching
you
everything
can't have
out
that.
on the paper.
And then as the creator, maybe at the end you're looking at this going, "Well, I don't have anything left."
There's nothing there.
I mean,
And that's probably what happens.
That's probably what happens a lot of times behind the scenes. We don't see; we just see the finished product.
Yeah.
And there may be some actual creator back there going, "Man, you neutered my deal here."
Yeah, for sure.
It's a gilding.
Yeah,
It's a gilding now.
Jeez.
it's crazy.
But yeah, man. So I checked that out. I mean, I try, and I went in, and I don't go in these. I don't go in watching these movies with a closed mind, like, I'm gonna hate this. It's new. I'm gonna hate it. No, I wanted to like it, man, because I like to talk about new shit. I like to tell people, hey, man, if you haven't seen that, check that out. Even when I'm here at work, and I tell people, hey, have you seen that movie yet? Check it out. It's pretty good. It's a new one, but check it out. It's good.
So did you watch Air?
Yes, I did. I did watch it. I watched it. Dude, good, man. Good movie.
Real
Did you
good,
watch it,
huh?
Air yet? Oh, dude,
Oh,
watch it. The
God.
Jordan thing, the
Okay.
shoe. And, people, shout out to Dick, man. Dick over there. Schlesinger, that's right? Schlesinger? Dick Schlesinger? Go ahead.
Dick Sizzler.
Okay, that's what it is.
That's
Okay.
a name. man.
So Tricky Dick there, man. Shout out to him, man. You're a liar. Air was good, man. Air was a good movie. I don't know, there was excitement. There was something there, man. It was good. It had a lot of moments where it was just the work they put in to get just one guy, just to get Jordan. And
Yeah.
it's a big ass gamble, man.
Yeah,
I
dude.
mean, what if he'd have been a dud? What if he'd have been shit?
I just thought it was funny how like all the other companies were like if you think about it, Nike is not that old.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's
They're
very young,
not that
very
old,
young.
and it's a young company. And he was like, "Hey, man, like, what made you like decide to start this up? Like, and he was, use that."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Okay, like, well, cash in all your chips on this
On
one
air.
person."
Yeah, man. I think that's fascinating that how they showed you how they had this much money to get 2 or 3 guys. And it's weird how you don't know that's
All
how they
in.
do shit. Yeah, and you put it all in on one guy. And that the guy that designed the first Jordan 1, I know you saw it. So,
Yeah.
but I didn't know that was crazy. He passed away right before the movie debuted. That's shitty. You waited,
Yeah.
you're waiting this whole
Oh, wow.
time to see your shit, to see your part of history go into this, and then you kick the bucket.
Like-
So the swoosh thing, Prefontaine made that famous, right?
Yeah, they talked about it in the movie also.
Is
The
that what it
little
was?
That he was a
swoosh.
runner.
Yeah,
He was a runner.
You know how much they paid that dude? What they pay? I think they gave him $1,000.
yeah.
And he
For
said
the
here,
swoosh.
and
Yeah.
now it's everywhere, man.
Yeah, iconic. And
Yeah.
I think it came from. He was a distance runner too, not
Yeah.
like a.
Because that's all they made was running
Yeah.
shoes.
Yeah.
They didn't have anything else.
And it's
Really?
Just, yeah.
yeah, that's all they did. Because to go into the basketball thing, was that they weren't into that. They wanted just to make running shoes, and it was all that information. It was cool, man. It's funny.
Real cool.
My favorite part of it all at the end when they show the actual people.
Yes.
It's like, hey, that dude doesn't even look like him,
Yeah.
man. That's not
Yeah.
even, you're not even close, man. Like
Yeah.
Jordan's mom was pretty good. Like Jordan's
Yeah.
mom, she's pretty close. Jordan's, Ben Affleck was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
He looked-
The purple
Yeah.
purple Porsche.
Yeah, I mean that was really
was
good.
awesome.
Like, I check it. You like it, dude. I think you like Air. It was cool. There's no, again, another thing I liked about it. No agenda, nothing.
No,
it's just a
like-
movie. It's just a
Yeah,
movie.
it
He
was-
just told a story.
It's just a
huh?
movie. It's just
Yeah.
a
Told
true
a
story. Yeah,
based on facts.
yeah. I thought. What's his name? Oh
Man,
man,
I
what's
think
his name?
that's why I watch the Crime Network all the time. It's just
There's no
like-
agenda. huh?
It's just no agenda,
Just
man.
death,
It's just
yeah.
somebody died. Let's talk about it. So
Oh.
they tell the story.
What was it too? There was another partner that just.
I thought it was awesome that they talked about Olajuwon, they talked
Yeah.
about Bird, they
Yeah.
talked about because those were the players,
Yeah, man.
and then Jordan was just like, what was he, ranked number
the third,
like, third.
yeah, because they thought that other guy was Sam Bowie was going to be the. They
Yeah.
thought Sam Bowie was picked ahead of it. They thought he was going to be the Jordan. But to break that down, he broke that thing down. The guy that got Jordan to come to Nike, when he broke that thing down, where he's like, James Worthy on the North Carolina team. James Worthy was the star of North Carolina, and he goes, I noticed that Jordan knew he was going to get the ball, so that means that coach already said, I know James Worthy's the team leader and the captain here, but I'm gonna give it to that kid because I believe that kid's gonna be the next big thing. So, because that coach, Dean Smith, the coach of North Carolina, he's never took a chance or took a risk on anybody. So when he passed to Jordan, that's telling you a lot about that. he's putting a lot of weight into this guy, man. So when that Nike guy saw it, he's like, we got to get this guy because he is going to be something. Everybody's betting on him, so we got to get him, man. So
like just the story is insane.
It's cool, man. Like I said, I was blown away. It was cool.
What they say? Put your eggs all in one basket.
Yeah, man.
That's what they did, dude.
Oh, dude, that basket was healthy. Wonder if it was wicker, but yeah, it was fun. It was an amazing movie, man. I liked it. I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I did because that's how I was going into the White Man King. I went into that with the air. I was like, I want to like this. I want to dig it, and it was great, man. It turned out to be a good movie. I enjoyed it. I'll watch it. That's something I'll watch again. Like I'll watch it again. I'll go home and just put it on and shit. Yeah, it was really good. I think I wanted to tell you, Vinny. One of my I get excited to tell you about the little fun facts that I find, and I know you already know about them. The wrestling one was, I was watching. Oh shit! I can't remember what documentary it was or what show it was. But Triple H comes out. Triple H is there. He's talking. Triple H is in a nice suit, and he's talking. They're interviewing. They're asking him, how was it traveling with all these guys? He goes, everybody was great. Everybody was cool. He goes, but the guy that got me the most, that made me laugh the most, and it was the biggest cheapskate on the scene, was Mick Foley. He goes, he would cash in his tickets, his airplane tickets. He goes, well, I'm just gonna rent a car and I'm gonna drive to the next place. It's only 600 miles. I'm gonna cash in my airplane ticket, get that money back, and drive to the next place. It's 600 miles away. I'm gonna drive there. Why not? I make some money, extra money. He'd take his per diem and wouldn't use it. He goes, one time I walked into a hotel lobby, and there he is with all his dirty clothes on top of him, sleeping in the lobby couch. Sleeping there because he didn't want to. He saved money on the room, got his money back on the room, and just slept in the lobby. Like he was a very frugal guy, but he was very genius with his money.
Yeah,
like, he wasn't stupid with it. He didn't waste his money. And
he
shit.
did. He wasted on all Christmas Santa Claus stuff. He's a big Santa guy.
But hearing that story was cool, man. Like I said, he goes. My favorite part of the whole. I'll cut it down to this one little part here where it was a big story, but he cut it down to this where he said, me and Mick Foley we're fighting. Is it Mick or Nick? Mick.
It's Mick.
Nick, yeah. He goes, the mankind character. They're fighting. He goes, Triple H, I'm fighting him. We're fighting in this arena. No AC. I mean, he reeks of ass. He's got these sweatpants on. He's got a shirt on. He's all sweaty. He's got the sock thing going.
Yeah.
He's got the whole thing. He goes, he stinks. He goes, we get the match, then we kicked ass. He goes, I love him. We kicked ass. We go to the showers. We hit the showers. Mick rolls off his sweats, peels off the shirt, goes in there, takes a shower, grabs the sweaty shirt, dries himself off with the sweaty shirt, rolls on the sweaty shirt again, and rolls the dirty sweats on again.
Oh, dude.
He rolls in, and he goes in, he goes, I'll see you in the next city, guys. See y'all later, man.
Yeah.
And he's dirty as fuck, dude. He's like, but he took a shower, you know what I mean?
Nah, I've been in the ring with some cats that didn't wash their gear, man.
The
that
luggage
shit stinks.
They didn't wash that luggage, huh?
Febreze.
That
Febreze.
that undercarriage, huh?
Oh, God.
Dude. But but no, dude, I was so fascinated by these stories these guys tell. And then last one that I got for you, then because I know this is your wheelhouse. Jericho. Jericho was interviewing with this guy, and the guy's like, "Hey man, who did you like not wrestling with?" He goes, "Dude, I'm gonna lay it out here, and I don't give a shit if I get in trouble." He goes, "I hated wrestling with China because she didn't know what the hell she was doing, and she was at that point in her career where they were trying to make her blow up.
Yeah.
So they put her in every fucking match that I was in with me, and they try to say that she could take out a dude." He goes, "Hey man, I didn't want to wrestle with her," and he goes, "If I wanted to, I would have belted her." He goes, "But they made me not." He goes, "I wanted to lay into her, man, because she was a shitty wrestler." He goes, "She was stiff. She didn't have any style or anything. She was just very
robotic."
Yeah. He goes, "So," he goes, if I get in trouble, I don't give a shit." He goes, "But she was by far one of the worst wrestlers that I had to deal with." And
I've had matches with people like that also.
Stiff.
Yep.
Did you see? I know you've seen it probably. Ric Flair's kid when he wrestled, he was like very stiff too.
Yeah.
Like they sweep his leg, and he just fall. Like it was like delayed. The fall was like delayed. It was very weird, man. It was very weird. But
that move I sent you the other day of that guy diving onto his head.
Yeah, dude.
His head didn't even touch the mat.
I know, but that's next level.
Yeah. Trust
in your little skill there because yet that rope doesn't catch you. That's some serious skill. That's serious skill.
Yeah, that neck is.
I mean,
that was
the faith that you have to turn a flip and go into that rope, not even letting your hands guard your impact.
Nope. Just fucking.
It's crazy.
Doing it. Just going. I saw that and I was blown away by that. And
I was
then,
too.
I was just those guys. Those
Lu-
are those
luchas.
luchadors. Yeah, the
luchas. They do some crazy shit.
And there was another. I think you sent me that video too, where the guy did like 100 moves, like slint, and
Yes.
flew, and he. Oh man, it's just those guys are like art. That's
Yeah.
like art. That's like that ballot. What do you call it?
It's
What's the word?
100%
dancing shit. It's great.
Athleticism.
Oh,
man.
dude, that's crazy. They control their bodies and shit, dude. I was just when you showed me that, I was like, holy shit, dude, that's nuts.
Yeah.
But those luchadors, man, they're something else, man. Dude, want to hop into something real quick? I don't know if you guys. I know Johnny, you kind of go all over the place with music too, and Vinny too. I know you're kind of all over the place with the music. I got into. I just recently started watching, and I've heard of the guy before, but I'm really starting to not pay attention, but just see what he's doing. He's blowing up, man. Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll's got some really good tunes, man. Like I said, I never was in that genre of music. It's kind of like country, kind of rap, kind of feel to it.
Never.
And- You never dug
jumped
it?
in that.
No, but
That
you
type
know,
of
I
stuff.
agree, But because when I heard when Jennifer was telling me it's this kind of flavor, and I was just like, I don't really like it. But after watching a couple, I watched the documentary on Hulu about him, and it was
I like the thumbnail on Hulu.
it's good. It's good though. Check it out, man. It's a good thing. Watching his story, it tells you the history of him and where he came from, man. This dude came from a shit place, man. He didn't come from nothing, man. He came from nowhere. So the whole thing of the whole program is that he's showing him gearing up. He's doing a tour and he's gearing up to go to his hometown of Nashville. And he's going to do a show at Bridgestone Arena. And yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Hey, I like that.
That's
Dude.
all
I
I-
like
that's
the
all I
dude,
saw
man.
on,
And his music.
It's really,
was
was
that
like,
son of a sinner was
Yeah.
the song that I heard first. I didn't know who he was. I
Yeah.
heard that song and I go, man, this guy. It sounds like he's feeling it.
yeah,
You
that's
know.
him. Yeah,
And so that's when I went to Spotify and was looking at the rest of his music, and there's one song about I think it's called Sober.
Mhm.
I don't know if you ever heard that song, but that's a pretty powerful song.
You said it's like country
It-
rap.
really powerful song.
It's country rap, but it does have it's got a lot of soul to it. He's
The
got
only-
and that's why I like. He's got a lot of soul to
The
him.
only
way he
country
sings.
rap that I listened to was
Bubba Sparks.
Everlast.
Bubba Sparks.
Mm-mm.
No, Bubba Sparks. Okay,
Everlast.
Everlast. Okay.
Big Smoke.
Whitey,
Big
Whitey
Smoke.
Ford.
Hey, Big Smoke's
Was
getting
it-
it done.
no.
Hey, but you listen
Remember
to
Whitey
Son of a
Ford?
Sinner.
Yeah, I do.
You,
yeah.
you listen to Son of a Sinner, and it's a very good song, but it obviously made it big because it's more mainstream sounding.
Mhm.
The deeper you get into some of his other cuts,
Yeah.
they're less mainstream
Yeah,
sounding.
for sure.
Right? So they're more visceral, more
Yeah.
little meaner than what they'll play on the radio.
Sure, absolutely, and it's the deep cuts, man.
Where do you find her at?
Yeah, well, I'll get. I was gonna get that. They're kind of close online there. So this dude, man, he's growing up, man, and he put out. Let me see if I get this right. He on social media during the pandemic, he put out a video himself. Nobody backed him. He did it himself. Did it online. What was the name of that song, Jennifer? What was that? Save Me. At this point right now, it's got almost close to 200 million views. 200 million views on YouTube of that video, and he did that during the pandemic. He goes, and when that happened, I blew up like overnight. I started getting phone calls from record people asking me, you want to do something, man? Like, let's do something, But that's what I'm saying is like, we hate technology. Sometimes I hate it, but then I look at that and like, if it wasn't for fucking YouTube, we wouldn't know who Jelly Roll was, man. YouTube is social media is a double-edged sword, man. But I this guy, just seeing him, dude, going through the story he went through, like he was at 16, he was smoking meth through a light bulb and shit. Like he was doing cocaine at 15.
Where's he from?
Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville, right? Tennessee, Nashville. Like, what was the little? I forget. It's a little town though. It's a little town. It's kind of like as big as Conroe, kind of thing. It's a little town. And he grew up on the wrong side of the tracks, of course. I think his parents, I think they owned a meat. Antioch. His dad owned a meat market and stuff, and they were just middle class people, nothing major. He got his dad worked and did a lot, and then his mom, as they were growing up, his mom started doing drugs, and she would lock herself in the room, and she just became addicted to it. But because of her, he did his music. Because I think she had bigger problems, like mental problems. I think she had issues with mental issues. And So that he did that, and then he got into trouble around 15 or 16. He went to jail for like a year and a half because um, he got convicted as an adult. So he had to go do jail time, big boy time. So he went to jail, man. He got out. When he got out, he fucked up a little bit, couldn't get his shit together, and then right when his daughter was born, he's like, man, I gotta turn this shit around. So as soon as he got out of jail, there he started doing the music. He drowned himself in the music and the work. He got a van. He started traveling and touring and shit. And he goes, and we had a blast. We were getting high and getting fucked up and meeting chicks. He goes, and that's when he came. As he was traveling, they had to get ladies. Ladies would help them pay the way. We need a little gas money. Chicks would give them because he was a rapper. He had a charisma. He had charisma. He's a good looking cat. When he was younger. I don't know if you could pull it. He was younger. He was a better. He's still a good looking. Whatever. I'm just saying. But he was. He had the lady. He had touch with the ladies. And that's when he came across this girl, Bunny, and he met her out in Vegas, and she was an escort. And he knew what she was, and he didn't give a shit. He loved her. They loved each other, and that was him as a younger cat, coming up. And he goes, and we would crash on chicks' houses, crash at all kinds of random girls' houses. He goes, but this particular girl, Bunny, caught his eye, and they stuck together, and they were toxic, he goes, but, we stuck through the thick and thin. She was there with me when I wasn't nothing. And, like I said, they were from Vegas. They got married like right away. They stuck, and she's still with him to this day, man. Like I said, she goes, I don't give a shit, about his money and all that bullshit. I knew when I was paying his bills. She goes, I knew when he was nobody, So they stuck together, and dude's killing it, man. He's everywhere right now. He's blowing up. He did his first CMT awards and shit, man. He was really He got 3 awards. Yeah,
he's good, man.
Yeah, he's talented.
And you talk about that. It takes somebody to hear it, or that internet deal. It's kind of like, and of course she's not as big as Jelly Roll, probably maybe not as good, but that you remember seeing the video from the young girl. I want to say girl. She's not. I don't know how old she is, but Lainey Gardner. She did that cover of Fleetwood Mac sitting in her bedroom, and
it sounds familiar.
With a guitar, and that video blew up all across the internet. And I saw the other day that she's out touring with someplace, and it comes from that video gaining traction.
It's that damn social media, man. Yeah. It's just a trip, man. How it sometimes it does, run your life, and you're pick up the phone. But and then in some instances like that, man, you can make a living. And
this guy's talented.
Hell yeah, dude. I mean, just that. Watching this thing, and then I always like the process of how they do shit. Like, because they talk to him like, well, how do you write a song? How do you do this? Man, it's just me sitting here with my buddy on the guitar. He's strumming. I'm just humming and coming along with shit. We're high as shit. We're drinking, whiskey or whatever. And he goes, and I come up with my song, my tunes. I get a thing on this newest album, the one he's going to release, the second album. He said he had to get a writer. He had to help get some writers to get it all hammered out because because now he's got a busier schedule kind of thing. So you got to get a little help in there, but. For the most part, he's still writing the stuff, and he's, like I said, the dude's talented, man. I said I never.
No, like I said, the first song, that "Son of a Sinner," and then when I got into his other stuff, it's like, man, you could tell this guy, if he didn't write it, he's faking it really good because he feels like his emotion coming across. Yeah. On the music.
The thing about the guy that music aside and all that stuff is a person. Great person, man. He went back to the juvenile place where he used to get locked up. The what do you call it? Juvenile jail? I don't know what you call it. The juvenile place, the correctional facility. He used to get locked up as a kid. He went back there because he was there so much that he went back and he went to go see. He took the kids Thanksgiving dinner. He brought them like turkey, pies and shit. And he was sat there and he talked to them and shit. And he brought this one girl that she had a little talent with the guitar. I mean, he took her brand new guitar and. The thing about him, dude, is he wants to take the money that he's making. He wants to teach kids a trade. He goes, "You guys need a trade, man. If you're already screwed. You're already damaged. So you need to get somewhere. You're not going to be a lawyer. You're not going to be a doctor. Get that trade, man. Learn how to be a carpenter, welder, all that good stuff." So that's what he's doing. So I think after the tour's over, or something like that, he's going to give back to this program he's starting. He's saying like $250,000 to start programs for like. Trades and stuff for kids coming out of jail, juveniles, and it's really he's a positive cat, man. You can't go wrong with him, man. You can't go wrong. He's a good guy. And then to see him, he was doing his first show, one of his biggest shows. He said he did in Colorado, the Red Rock, that that Anthem thing. That's a beautiful place. That Red Rock. He did his a show there for I think it was like over 15,000 people, and man, just people were just like drawn to him, man. Like people were just like crying and losing their mind and shit about when he's singing shit.
I think a lot of people get they probably get screen shock if they've just listened to his music and they never seen him and they pull him up.
Yeah.
And they go, wow, it's kind of country vibe music and this guy's got all the tats and he looks the way he does.
Yeah.
So it's and so that becomes intriguing.
Yeah.
To people.
Yeah.
So
because I know he doesn't fit. I know he doesn't.
He doesn't fit the mold
of the country guy. Yeah, he doesn't fit the mold of the country guy.
Isn't that one artist, Yellow Wolf? Isn't he the same way?
Yeah.
He does like the same type of music.
And like I said, I'm not a big country guy, but when I first heard Hank Williams Sr., that was a whole different kind of country because it was just like that. Like you said, you could feel the emotion like behind his shit. You could feel like there was something there, like he had something. His pain was in there, and that's how this guy is, and that's why I was drawn to this guy so much because he had the same kind of feel to him.
I'm a Hank Third fan.
Hank Third, you know who I didn't like?
Luke Bryan.
I didn't like Junior, the middle one. Was it Hank Williams Senior? Junior,
the Monday Night Football guy.
I didn't like him, man. I thought he was too. I don't know.
He really doesn't sing that well.
but he's got charisma.
But he has charisma.
He's got the personality.
He really doesn't have that good of a voice. He doesn't sing that well.
No.
But his songs were Country Boy I Can't Survive. That song was the message is what got everybody, not really his vocals.
Just like what was that one other song he had? Dinosaur. Dinosaur, right? Is what it's called? Dinosaur, something like a dinosaur. And he's talking about like kind of like what they're saying now about people who have old views and old values. You're seen as a dinosaur, and they make fun of you. And I think that's what that one song was.
But hey, you can make it without vocals. I mean, look at Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Because the songwriting.
I mean, it's the songwriting in the songs. I mean, if he was on one of these,
I can't
The Voice or one of those TV shows, the moment he opened his mouth, they were
like,
just,
nope,
bye.
Bless him out of here. Guy can't sing.
Well, yeah.
Willie Nelson doesn't. Sometimes he doesn't sing. He just kind of talks a song, right?
And then he's got that. But he can write. He can write a song, man. Like the songs are powerful, man. The songs are.
Chris Christopherson can't sing.
Good actor though.
Yeah,
he's not bad. He's not bad, man.
Convoy.
Yeah. That's what he is. Oh, he was in Blade, right? Blade.
Yeah.
He was in Blade. He was Whistler.
Yep.
He was Whistler. Yeah.
He played a good bad guy.
Yeah,
he was the bad guy in oh shit, the movie with Mel Gibson, Payback.
That was Give Me Back My Son.
Yeah. It was his son. He was the dad.
That was a big one. That's a big one. That's a big hit.
He was the big boss.
Yeah, man. So I was watching this Jelly Roll guy, man. He's extremely, extremely talented. I'm trying to think what else he was doing. So he's gonna give back money to those kids, and I think that's admirable, man. Because that's it. Because like I said, everybody gives up on these kids, and when they come out, nobody gives a shit about them. Nobody wants to give them a chance. So he goes giving this money that he's giving to this foundation should help these kids out in that that are in those predicaments, man. And that's it's like I said, I think he's a great kid, great guy. You think, like you said, you think he'd be a hard ass or a prick or something because the way he looks with his tattoos, but he's a soft guy, man. The softest guy, man. Cool as shit, man. Like I said, and like I said, I never paid attention to his music, but then now it's like, all right. Like I said, I get it. I really get it, and I thought he was very talented, man. He's a good guy.
Man, you gotta hang a cowboy hat in the window of your truck one day. I mean,
yeah.
See what you got going on there.
I want to put those.
Damn.
Put those nuts.
Yeah, those nuts. Hitch nuts.
Oh yeah. Oh. Man. But yeah, there's his chick, man. She's they're really, you know what it is? They're really nice people, man. Like if you reach out to them on social media and shit, like he'll write you back. Like he's very involved in his social media. Like that's cool as shit, man. And that's what it was. That's what I was gonna tell you guys. Him and there was another person, Billy Joe. Billy Joe, I don't know if I said this story before on the show, but Billy Joe came out the other day and he said, when I have a concert and I go and I look at the front row there, and when I see these big movers and shakers are there, I'm singing my song, I'm belting it out, and these guys are just sitting down there, kind of ignoring me because they're big money guys. They don't give a shit. They're probably CEOs of a company. They don't give a damn.
They got those free tickets.
Yeah, he don't give a shit. So he goes, so what I do now is I buy those front 2 rows. I buy those front 2 rows, and then when the show starts, I send my people out there to the people who are in the nosebleeds, and I bring them down to the front row.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So he goes, those front 2 rows, there's nobody in them. Like he keeps them open for people, the real fans.
And they were given to people who just scraped up some money
Yeah,
to buy
That's what he said.
nosebleed ticket.
Because they don't have,
Wow.
it's the working class guy that can't get down there to the front. But I'm gonna give you front row tickets, man. And that's how that Jelly Roll guy was.
That's
He was
pretty cool.
I'm trying to think, he did something else similar to that, but he will. Like I said, if you reach out to him online or something like that, you write him a private message. Somebody was dealing with their mom had addiction or something like that, and he wrote them back. He took the time and to write them back. He took time out of his day to do that. And that's cool shit. I think that's cool. I think that's what's gonna keep. If he stays that way, that's what's gonna keep him up there, man. Because people really dig that shit.
You got to give back, man.
Yeah, man. You got to pay
give back.
attention, man. You got to pay attention to who got you there, man. You can't ignore those people, man. But yeah, man. When I heard Billy Joe do this, I said, "Holy shit, man!" I thought, because Billy Joe, he doesn't give a shit. I didn't think he gave a damn about his crowd or anything, but man, he does. I mean, that's why he still sells out arenas and shit, man. Uptown Girl, man. That's the shit.
Piano Man.
Piano Man. Yeah, that microphone smells like beer. Oh man. Yeah, man, that's what I've been getting into, man. Jelly Roll, got into that. White Man Can't Jump. I'm trying to think what else I was checking out, man.
Man, I watched something.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I recommend it. It's a series that remake. How we are on remakes.
Oh yeah.
Talking bad about remakes. Cosmos. Very interesting. It's Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's
Yeah.
So it's probably 13 parts.
Okay.
13 parts. About 45 minutes long each, because it originally aired as an hour-long episode. But, we talk about space travel. We
Sure.
talked about different stuff. And so we all know a little bit what we've learned, taught in school. But you watch this, and he breaks it down to the distances in space and really just breaks down the time and where we are. I formed some new opinions after watching that.
Yeah, you got some new.
I mean, there's nowhere to go for us.
There's
to
nowhere
go.
to go. Yeah,
There's nowhere for us to go. The things that we see, we know they're there. They're too far away for us to ever get to. I mean, and watch it and look. I mean, unless we figure out a way to travel, like Star Wars or Star Trek, where they show going to warp drive because you have to go faster than the speed of light.
Yeah.
Unless we ever figure out how to do that, we're not going. We're never going anywhere, and no one's ever coming to us because they're too far away.
Because like I said, by the time you get there,
it's not there anymore.
It's gone.
Because you're looking at something.
Yeah.
And that was the. There's so many things on here that are just mind bending. Because it's this paradox of how do you wrap your mind around it. So we see this star in the distance, and we say, "Oh, this star has this many planets," but it's so many light years away from us. We get in our little rocket that goes the speed we can go. Even if we could live long enough to make the journey, when we got there, it may not be there.
It's not there. Oh, yeah.
So it's really a good show. He breaks it down to so many things. One episode was about dogs, how every dog is a descendant of a wolf, and he talked about how humans made every breed that you see. Every breed was created. There's a man-made creation. But anyway, it's really good. I recommend it. You will leave
changed, huh?
Like with a new attitude on some of that stuff.
No, I love that guy. He gets deep, man. I've seen him on a couple podcasts and shit. Dude, he can talk for
He's
hour.
good.
Yeah, dude. He's smart, dude. He's smart as shit, dude. And I love listening to him. And before I used to stand off against him because he had certain things about him,
This is.
And no,
because I've watched him on some talk shows and things where he gets his opinion driven speeches or kind of on his soapbox.
Yeah.
There's one episode where he's given his opinions on global warming and some things like that, but he's hitting it with a lot of facts too.
Okay.
This whole series is really just factual based stuff. So,
I don't mind that. I don't mind shit like that.
I just want to know how do they get those photos? Like those satellites, like if they launched back in 62, how the hell are they taking like that quality photo?
You're talking about
of those galaxies?
Oh, the galaxies?
Yeah. Like they say the satellite left here back in 1962, and it's there now, and it's in another galaxy. No,
Well, one of the things
like meteorites, like
one of the things you'll see on this show is when it talks about these guys who are making these discoveries, and these guys who even made predictions back in the 1600s, or during this time. These guys are doing calculus without calculators. They created calculus. They didn't go to a school and learn it. I mean, these complex equations and thoughts, it makes you realize those people, without the tools and everything that we have,
right?
There were some brilliant people
absolutely
in the past.
Absolutely.
I think, I don't know, I want to say, you look at that now and you go, man, we don't have anybody like that. That are doing these things. These guys, and guys and gals, women, and he points out several. It wasn't popular for women to be in astronomy and into the sciences like they were, but there were some key women that were just brilliant mathematicians. That
wasn't those black lady, the group of black.
He didn't talk about those, but those are the ones that they helped on that moon mission, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
They helped on that moon mission.
Hey, watch Cosmos. If you have some time, watch Cosmos, because I would really like your opinions of how it figures in, because it made me think about some of the very things that we talked about.
I'm in it because I like him, and I like putting.
Your son would like it too.
I like putting it on.
I like. Be good.
I love stuff like that.
Brett and I watched it together, every episode, boom, 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 all the way through, and because we both pause it and look at each other and go, what? And
debate the shit. Yeah. No, it's great. Oh yeah, where did you watch it at? Tubi?
I watched it. I bought the Blu-ray pack of it. So I'm not sure what streaming service has it.
You probably find it on Prime.
Maybe Disney or some shit.
But it's real easy to watch, because what you can do is just sit down and, hey, let's watch an episode real quick. It knocks it out in like 40 minutes.
I'm down. Yeah. No, I'm cool. Like I said, I like that. I watch other stupid shit that it's 60 parts and it's it's just buffoonery.
You'll leave better informed, and you'll leave feeling much smaller. A Space-Time Odyssey. Cosmos, A Space-Time Odyssey.
Oh, okay.
Yes. It's a multi-part. And like I said, it's 4 or 5, 6, about 13 episodes.
Oh, I'm in, dude. I'm all in. When it's space shit, I'm down, dude. I love that stuff. Like I said, I don't know where it lies, but I do love it, and I'm obsessed with space. I've always wanted to know what it'd be like to be on. What's the one that has the big ass storm? Jupiter,
dude. He talks about that storm, man.
The storm is crazy. It's an electric storm, man.
It keeps going. It's
been going forever, dude. And my favorite thing they show when they show those little diagrams, like those 3D models, and it shows the Earth, and it shows the next planet, and the next planet, and the next planet. And like Jupiter is like the size of a basketball, and we're like the size of like a little rice grain or something.
They do that. They do that. At one point, he shows and he backs up,
yeah,
and then points to our galaxy and shows where we are, and then shows the other galaxies, and then you go back, and you're just looking, going, we're nothing. How do we even know this?
That's why I liked Men in Black did that too, when they pulled out what the galaxy they pulled out like that, and we're just insignificant, man.
It makes you. To me, I looked at it, and I'll say this, and kind of don't want to say it because I want you to form your opinion, but I'm going to say it anyway. I looked at it and I go, once you see all those other stars and all those other places and where we are, you go, well, hell, there has to be somebody else out there then. There just absolutely has to be.
Yeah.
But then when you see how far everything is apart, you go, well, we'll never get to each other.
That's why I like the movie Guardians of the Galaxy, because it pretty much breaks it down just like that.
Cassette tape, huh?
I like that show.
They're from different galaxies, and they just
it's.
But see, that's the key. The movies get to show this transport that no one even thinks is theoretically possible, because in the show, Tyson says that the speed limit of space is the speed of light. You can't go faster than that.
That's it. Yeah, they can't do ludicrous speed
unless there's something that we don't know. And he talks about different things, unless there's things that we don't know yet.
Yeah, you do. As long as you get in that Fiero, you'll make it. You gotta have Tyson though. Not in the Tyson. What's his name?
Vin Diesel.
No, Tyrese. Yeah, I got that the wrong. I'm gonna get canceled because I got the wrong black guy. I said Tyrese and not Tyson. Tyson was that nice model, good-looking gentleman. Very, very, very possumy, but good-looking guy. Very possumy, but good-looking guy.
Man, I've never heard that, but he is possumy looking.
He's got that little. He's got that little scoop.
Yes.
That little scoop on him. To go from Tyson and Neil deGrasse Tyson to him from him, and did you see that guy that jumped off the dam? Yeah, the guy that jumped off the boat.
Wow, he does look like a possum.
That old possum. That guy that jumped off the boat. You heard about that guy?
No,
he jumped off. What was it? He jumped off the boat, right?
Like a cruise ship.
A cruise ship jumped off the boat. And I think it was shark infested, right?
He graduated high school from Louisiana. And his friends dared him to jump off into shark-infested waters at night. You see him jump, and you see this big black shadow, and then nobody's ever seen him.
And they're still looking for him. They're still looking for him.
Shark shit.
Hey, what are they looking for? He's gone, man.
Not much, dude. Shoes, looking for shoes, man.
Shoes.
That's it, dude. But no, it's like, but it's just like that. You go from talking about these brilliant guys that didn't have they invented the calculus, and then you go to us now. Fast forward to us now. This dude jumping off
a ship.
Come on, man.
You see the memes, right? You see the memes where it says, "Hey, 2023, we're supposed to have flying cars and jetpacks and all this stuff, and we can't figure out,
the rapper. Don't eat the rap. Don't eat this rapper.
Yeah, don't eat that rapper. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
They made a movie about that. It's called Idiocracy.
You know what? I did my own thing that I said earlier. I pumped my own brakes on that.
You pumped it down
because I was scared of getting canceled. Look at me, coward.
Hey, yeah, I don't know because pop culture hasn't. This is
coward. Man, I turned yellow over here.
No, it's okay, man. It's okay.
It's okay.
That could be canceled on another level, dude. Saying yellow. Yellow's another cancellation.
Oh,
but that's
man.
a whole other one.
Dang it. There's hope for me yet.
Maybe. But yeah, dude, just so much shit to watch, man. Just watching all these streaming things. There's so many things to watch. Man, I can't. I get overwhelmed, man, because there's so many things I want to watch at one time.
Do you ever get on? Because I think sometimes I get overload. I start looking at different things, and there's so many things, and then you just go back to something you've seen before.
That's us, man. That's us every night, right before bed, man. I go right back to the basics, man.
Back to
the
family.
Basics. Mama's family.
Benton. Every guy wishes he had a woman that just wanted him as much as Naomi wanted Benton all the time.
Benton was lucky.
Lucky dude.
You need to stay hydrated. You need to get those pills from the gas station. That pill.
I mean, she just, no matter what he did, she was still into
always
Benton.
had his back.
Always had his back.
If mama talked trash to him, always had his back.
with her shoulders out.
Mm-hmm.
Shoulders out. Had the freckles out, man. Nah, she was. That was a fan. That shit like that never goes away, man. Just never goes away. Timeless shit, man. And the thing we're on to right now is the show we're on right now is Dick Van Dyke. We have that on in the background all the time. Dick Van Dyke's always on. I love that show. Is just great, just wholesome, man. It's just good shit. He goes to work. He comes home, dinner's ready. And it's just, that's old fashioned, but that's how I grew up seeing life. So it's just, I love those shows, man. I can't get enough of those shows.
That's
man.
my Andy Griffith show. I can always have Andy Griffith
in the back. Yeah, I love that shit, man. My favorite character on Andy Griffith was the barber.
Floyd
was the shit, man. Speaking of barbers, holy shit. Good segue. Makes it look like I did it right. The barbershop, man. Conroe, you've been around Conroe and shit. That barbershop, man. That one that's right there next to
the old
Dragon
school
Ball
barbershop?
Yeah, next to cross Street and Falls right there. Yeah. I took Dylan for that. I've been wanting to take him for the longest time, man. I just never had the time to take him. I finally took him there, and we went in there, and it's from 1912. Oldest barbershop in Texas is what I was reading. And it's been owned by 5 different folks. Not the same family. It's been different people. 5 different people have owned it.
But it's been in the same spot?
Same spot, man. It's been in all kinds of magazines. I think the biggest magazine it was in was this thing called, I can't remember. It was one of the bigger ones. He was also in this other one called Texas Bucket List, and they do like a video. It's really good. Anyway, I go in there, man, and you walk in there, and it's got that feel, man. It's got that feel of like it's like home, like it's somebody's home, like a relative's home, like a home.
But it feels like you could do something wrong in there too, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
What's the etiquette in here?
Yeah, you're right.
He lets you know right away. He's
Yeah.
got this sign up there. When you walk in, you sit down, you look up like there, right above where he's working at, and it says no profanity, please, no cussing. And you know what was the greatest thing? Look at that. It's a cool ass shop, man. It's nice. Look, Leon, like I said, Leon's in there. Leon cut my son's hair. He's the one that owns the place now. And we went there. We had Jennifer had been reading about it for years. About Elvis got his hair cut in there and shit.
Yeah, he's cut my hair before.
Yeah,
That
no
guy
shit.
right there, yeah.
Oh, right on, man.
Back when I used to get my hair cut, like I've walked in there to try to find someone that actually can cut a pompadour, and there was this one cat in there. He looked like he was from the Bee Gees, and he cut my hair. Like he had the shades, like the tinted shades. He had his hair was all like pumped up. He had the gold chain and his little white barber shirt.
You know,
love that,
I
man.
went in there for the first time. I was growing out facial hair, and it was just kind of ratty. I mean, not ratty. I mean, it was ratty. Okay, yeah, it was ratty. And I had a work thing coming up, and I didn't want to just go back to shaving, but I didn't know what to do. And so I said, you know what? I'm gonna go into that old school barbershop because they'll know what to do.
Yeah, they know what to do.
And they straight razored me.
He
and,
came out
and
with a pencil mustache.
I can't. It was all
Nice.
sculpted like it
Yeah.
needed to be. It was really good.
I mean, to watch him, to watch him cut Dylan's hair, man. I mean, he had the scissors and he was just like pop, 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 pop. He was getting it, and it was even. It was nothing. I when you go to Supercuts and shit, you see the girl, she's struggling, she pulls the hair up, and she's, trying to figure it out, But this guy just
My brother calls. He used to always say Supercuts was Russian roulette,
It's
and
true,
every
man.
once in a while you get the bullet.
Yeah,
He
that's
said-
good. That's good, man.
He's a guy. He actually walked out during a haircut one time.
Oh shit!
halfway done.
Which brother was that?
Chris.
Ah,
Yeah. He said this.
Yeah.
He said this girl was just
Hacking.
going at it.
No,
He said,
like a barber is
"Stop
like a,
right
it's like
there.
a tattoo artist.
out."
Like if they're really good, you're gonna continue going back
Yeah.
to that barber.
And then we will, because like I said, I'd been meaning to take him there for the longest time since I've been reading about the place and all that. I've been wanting to take him for the longest time. Just with scheduling, I have to hurry up and get him once we choose to go to another place. But I said, I'm gonna make time, make the effort, and we're gonna go here, and I'm gonna take him here from here on out. It's gonna be our thing where we go every Saturday or something like that, or every Friday or whatever the case may be, and we'll go get you a haircut. And they're just the nicest people. And the thing I liked, as soon as I hit the door, as soon as my ass hit the chair, Leon looked at me. He goes, "You got cash?" "I don't take cards. You better have cash." I was like, "All right, my kind of spot, man. It's like it's my kind of place, man.
Yeah.
You better have cash because I don't take no damn debit. I don't do none of that bullshit. I don't take cash app because I take
No
cash.
app.
Nope, money, cash money, dude." So
Leon, what's your cash app?
and I told him, I said,
Screw you,
"This is my-"
bud.
Yeah, I said, "I'm staying here, man. So this is my thing, man. I love
Cash
it."
only.
Yeah.
No tax, no tracks.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. It was good. But and the other thing that was just that just refreshing, man, was just that they were talking. He had a guy in the seat already, and the guy was getting a flat top, and you could tell they were buddies and they known each other for years, and they were talking about what's going on in the world, and not a person batted an eye,
no.
not a person batted the eye. They were talking, and I could tell they looked at me because I was new, so they talk and they look at me, and I'm just like, yeah, You want me to put my 2 cents in? If I put my 2 cents in, you might shut the doors. You might close the door if I put, because it's gonna be. It's just I got my own views too, but I'm just saying it's like not in a bad way. I'm just saying you can have my whole point is you can have that with me. You can have that dialogue. I will have that conversation with you. If you have the opposite view than I do, let's have that conversation. But those guys are. I love what they're doing, man. They're down home. They're not changing their ways for nobody. They're being who they are, talking the way they want to. Don't be afraid to talk how you want to, especially when you're on your own establishment, man. Talk how you want to talk, man. And I think Lloyd's like I said, I think he's Leon. Excuse me. Leon's the 5th owner of this place.
I like that. You kind of did a mashup with Leon and Floyd. You did
What did I
Lloyd.
Floyd, yeah. That's pretty good. 'Cause I was thinking about,
Yeah, you did a
yeah.
put them together.
But he's, dude, that guy's the nicest guy, and we talked about him about the place there, and he was saying that the guy that owned it before him was the guy that the ones that owned it, where Elvis got his haircut when Elvis was there. He said the chairs they had, unfortunately, the guy that had it moved out, took the chairs with him, and then he ended up selling the chairs for like $100 a pop. And the
Damn.
one that Elvis was on, he sold that too. So, but he goes, but back then, nobody gave a shit about stuff like that. He
Yeah.
just sold them because nobody gave a shit about who sat on it or whatever. And then also, we need to get him another person besides him getting him on the show, because I want to talk about him about old school shit. But also, he also was She also had what's her name? Mary McCoy from the
Yeah.
she's all over the place, and then she took a picture with Elvis. There's a picture of her and Elvis together.
She's a Conroe legend, man.
Yeah, and then we have access to her because our good friend Caleb Holscher, that's his I think that's his grandma, if I'm not mistaken. That's Caleb Holscher's
Is
grandma.
she still active?
Yeah,
Like,
think
I mean,
so.
active in the radio or
yeah,
anything
I
right
think
now?
so. I could be wrong. That's the picture. Yeah, that's the one that. Yeah, but she is she's a spitfire, man. She gets after it, man. She's still kicking, man. She's getting after
Very
it.
recognizable voice.
Oh,
when
very
she-
man. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good radio voice for sure, man. I love it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
awesome.
that's
That's,
straight
amazing, dude.
yeah.
that's amazing.
Hey, she was a looker, man.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh,
Everything
yeah.
else is all up on it.
Yeah, and then I forgot to tell you this fun fact. Yeah, I mean, she still get
Yeah.
after it. Yeah. The fun fact I had when we were doing that Elvis episode, and I forgot to talk about this. What was it we were talking about Elvis for? I can't remember. But anyway, a fun fact about Elvis, he never, in his words, not mine, he never screwed moms. Like, if you were a mom, he ain't going to touch you. You got to, huh? I'm just saying, like, you know, he didn't, if you were a mother, he didn't touch your goods.
Really?
He didn't go in.
If you had offspring, he was out.
He ain't going in. He ain't going in there.
Hey, man, everybody has to have rules, right?
And there's rules. Yeah.
Everybody has to have
Yeah.
a set of rules.
Yeah,
even,
for sure.
even,
Have you seen?
Standards.
even serial killers have some type of rules.
Have
they
you watched
usually go by.
Agent Elvis yet?
We haven't had a chance yet. I haven't because you got me watching all these other shits, man. You got me going watching Air, and I did get into Food Bar. I told you we tried Food Bar.
Yeah.
I'm an episode in. I'm intrigued. I'm checking it out. I'm watching
Now
it.
he has Cosmos to watch.
I now
He's
got
got
Cosmos to. Yeah, man. I'm all over the place, dude.
I'm starting Agent.
We're gonna start it. We got to. I have to break down. We got to get serious and get into this, man, because I'm curious to see it. I like it. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's funny.
it's fun. It's cool. But yeah, the Air was great, man. Air. I can't get enough. Like I said, I want to go watch Air again. That was a good movie. Let's see, where are we at, Angel? 58. Okay, we're cool, man. We're cool. Like I said, we did. We touched a lot of stuff. We touched a lot of things. One last thing. This is hard hitting issues here at the fucking 52 here. People right now are outraged at Buc-ee's because their brisket thing is, what is it? It's $16 or $17 for the extra large brisket sandwich. So
They're mad about it?
pissed. People are pissed, you know, and they said because it doesn't taste that good. Well, I mean, if you're in a pinch, you need to eat. That's something to eat. Yeah, don't buy it. Yeah, buy something else. Get that jerky. Get that meat.
Hey,
Get that meat steak.
Hey, I
even
promise
more.
you that jerky's hot too.
Yeah, man. And just so we know, again, just to kind of reiterate from one of the videos we posted the other day, Jack Links is the official 52
Yeah,
beef
it
stick.
is.
That's the beef
Oh,
stick on the
So,
50.
did it? Slim Jim just couldn't.
It was too
hang?
rubbery. She was rubbery.
Yeah, it had the snap, but it
It's
just
just
didn't
the
have
inside
it.
was,
Yeah.
you know, it was mushy. But that fatty, honorable mention, man. That fatty, what's it called? Fatty smoked sausages. Nah, it was huge, man. It was nice and thick, dude. It had a nice flavor. It's just big to chew. It was just a lot to take, but it was very good quality of meat and shit. But yeah, I had to throw that in that Buc-ee's
Buc-ee's,
thing.
man.
They're pissed off at him,
Well,
man.
I'll tell you what. I passed by 2 Buc-ee's yesterday.
You didn't go in?
You couldn't tell people were pissed off because
Oh, I know
that place it's a phenomenon how it's a gas station, man. But
Yeah.
but people are just nuts about it.
Yeah.
The restaurant made him famous.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Toilets, man.
The
Yeah.
toilets.
And turlets. They're clean as a whistle, man.
Clean. Everybody likes clean.
Your whistle's clean. Their whistle's clean, man. Everybody's whistle's clean. Yeah, man. So, oh shit, I lost my sound. I lost my ears. I'm good.
No, you're not.
Hang on one second.
Oh.
Sorry.
Angel's checking every
No,
plug
no,
over
keep
there.
it. Keep it.
Yeah.
It's on my fault. I hit the button over here. It's on me. Like I said, I hope that was on the video there because I hope when it fell down, I can see it. Anyway, well, if you can see it, zoom in on it so you can see when it falls out like that. That'd be funny. That'd be funny to see. No, anyway, so Buc-ee's. Sorry, Buc-ee's, but yeah, that extra large brisket sandwich is expensive. But anybody got anything else? Y'all good?
I'm good.
Vinny, you got anything going on?
No.
Nothing happening right now.
Just
No.
chilling.
Johnny, I know I saw before we leave, I saw that your little one, she made that road trip, huh?
She's at West Point right now.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I saw that. That's really
So,
cool.
You know, who knows what's going to come? She's getting a crash course on what
She's
it's
just
all
gonna go
about.
visit, or she's staying?
She's in a leadership academy over there
Okay.
right now that
Okay.
that goes on this week, and then she's going to meet with the track program.
Okay.
But she's, we're getting little limited messages from her because her day's packed full of things. And I think when she got there, it was a bus from the airport to there, and she sent us a message. Already got yelled at.
Hey, I just got here.
Yeah,
Damn, I just got here, man.
So who knows? Is it the kind of life she wants, or is she going to move that direction or not? But either way, I'm proud she's up there.
That's cool, man. I saw
taking
it.
a look at
that.
that.
Was cool shit, man. That's a big step in life, man. That's huge, man.
Big deal.
And that school there that's a whole nother level, man. That's a whole nother level.
It would be a huge honor, I think,
Hell yeah.
to be able to do that or move that direction. It's an honor to get to do what she did now, because thousands of kids apply for this program that she's in right now.
That's great.
And of course, I think she has a little in her favor right now because the track team has reached out to her and they're interested in her running.
That's cool, man.
Running for Uncle Sam. So
there's nothing wrong with that, man. One last thing before I wrap it up. I did see her. It's amazing to see when I used to hang out with her parents. She was a younger kid and she was smaller, and then to see her jumping these hurdles, man. She's this high over the hurdle. It's crazy to see the talent, man. That's crazy. That's good, man. It's amazing. They made the hard work. It's a lot of hard work. It's not just. It's like when people say, "Oh, well, it's free, so it's okay." No, nothing's free, man. That's hard work, man. She didn't get to go over there for nothing, So it takes a lot of work, man.
No,
that's
we're
respect.
proud.
That's respect, man. That's
Thank
cool
you.
shit.
Thank
man. Hell yeah, man. By the way, Brett's hair looks good. Tell him to keep the curls up, man. Keep it going, man. They're curly as shit, dude.
And don't tell him that. He
keep the curls going, man.
He's out there doing his college thing, man.
Having a good time. That's good, man. Man, it's been a good time, man. Back at it. It's good times. Good times. It's good to see everybody here. And then we'll be back at it, man. We'll see how it goes next week. And man, stay tuned for the next episode of the 52, man.
I'll be looking forward to getting your little take on Cosmos, man.
I know. I'll be ready.
You're gonna do it.
I'll be ready.
You deep dive on it, and I think it has the claws. I think it has enough claws to grab you on these first episodes that you'll be hooked in. So
I'm in. Like I said, I like the space.
I can't say. I've told Jennifer about some things in the past, and she's kind of like come back underwhelmed. So we'll see. I think this is better.
It's been the 52, man. Stay tuned for the next one.
I was just in my office and I heard a ruckus.